All right, here we are with another lesson. Today we're going to jump into values and really some of the hidden filters. Now, if you are a certified coach with us, you know Inner Compass coaching is big into values, temperament, and we're going to go deeper into that. Today, I don't want to do a mini training for those maybe not a coach with us yet, or if you're a coach, just a little bit of a reminder and maybe even a different direction. So let's jump in. Again, we're going to do this under 10 minutes. And if you're just jumping on board with us and you're like, Wayne, I'm not a coach. I don't know what you guys do. I'd love to know more about you. Then go to lifecoachlifestyle.com and jump on board, learn more about who we are, what we're doing. Get certified with us. Let us help you build your coaching business. So today, let's jump in. We're going to uncover the code behind the code, the deep filters that determine why people do what they do. And we're going to talk about values. And in neuro-linguistic programming, we'd call it meta programs. These are the building blocks of identity, motivation, decision-making. So let's jump in with what are values. A value is an emotional state or experience that a person deems important. Okay, an emotional state or experiences that a person would deem very important. You ask somebody what truly matters to you in life and why. What's important to you about this area and why? And so it could be freedom, connection, growth, safety, integrity, success, love. There's a lot of high level, okay, which we talk about. Then we chunk down into lower level. Not going to teach on it now, but that's the premise of value elicitation, using statements, questions, and then getting into the core. But values drive decision making. Values influence goal setting. Values determine if somebody will fulfill on something or give up. And values can be in conflict. There's people that want freedom. I talk to so many people. They want financial freedom. They want to be able to travel the world. They want to be able to earn. They have their own business, but then they still want to have stability and safety, and that can be conflict. And we have to walk people through that. So, a couple ways of eliciting values. I'm not going to go into the deep part that we're going through the course, which is, really just finding out what's important to them about their career, relationship, health, purpose, values. What's important to you about, and then doing multiple layers of chunking down. Another question that's very important to ask somebody though is, what needs to be present? What needs to be present for you to feel fulfilled? Ask yourself that. What needs to be present for you to feel fulfilled? And then really, I guess, a great question is also, what values guide your best decisions? For me, I'm a Christian, so my greatest relationship is with Christ, period. I'm a husband, my relationship with my wife. I'm a dad, my relationship with my children. These are all important, right? There's other things. I'm an American. That's important, right? For me. But it's not nearly as important as the other values, okay? So we want to find out what they need, what needs to be present, what values guide their best decision, what's important to them about those decisions. And then we want to find out why. Why did they believe what they believe? Is that truly something that serves them? Or was it an imposed belief from someone else? So once we uncover 3, 5, even 7 values in a given area, then we know what to align our coaching with. Okay, when a client's goals violate their values, they'll self-sabotage. But when a client's goals align with their values, they'll move like lightning and they'll get things done. Okay, so let's talk about meta programs, and this is more in the neuro-linguistic programming side of coaching, but let's jump into it. Meta programs are mental habits. They're unconscious filters that determine what we notice, how we interpret experience, how we make decisions. You can kind of think of them as the default settings of the mind. You wake up and these settings are already there because they've been programmed in you. A couple of examples, towards versus away. Are someone motivated by goals, or are they motivated more by avoiding pain? Are their internal versus external frame of reference? Do they make decisions for themselves, or do they need outside validation? Okay. Options versus procedures. Do they love variety, or do they prefer a step-by-step structure? And if you're just working with a client, you can determine these three. Are they more towards? Now, most people are going to be a little bit of both, but are they more towards or away motivated? Are they more internal, making decisions for themselves, or do they need outside validation? Or do they love variety, or do they want step by step? If we can determine those three areas, we can help them make great decisions. And two people can have the same goal. Understand this, but need totally different coaching approaches based on their meta programs. So, yeah, let's say if somebody values freedom, then we don't want overly rigid plans. But if they value security, we want to help them build predictable systems. When I go into businesses and they go, we need security we need cash flow protection. We need, there's ups and downs. What we're going to do is put in some systems and processes and predictable systems. Okay. But then when they're in this, I want to grow, I want to scale stage, we're going to probably lower some of the rigid plans, getting creativity. First, the same with people. So I want to use questions when I'm working with a client, like, how can we help you reach your goal? For example, one client, how can we help you reach your goal of earning $50,000 a month that still honors your value of ethics, morality, and spending time with your family? Because the conflict was, I can spend time with family and make $10,000, or I can ignore family and make $50,000. But how can we help them achieve the $50,000 a month and still honor their other values? Are you with me? What do you want to achieve? I would talk to a toward person. What is it that we really are looking to achieve? Great. Now, what do we want to avoid or prevent? And I'm going to ask every client both, but I'm going to determine from their answers, are they more toward motivated or away motivated? Okay. So let's practice this. Find the client, ask them, what's important to you? And you can go into so many different areas. Hey, what's important to you about your career? Listen, find out what's important to them. Go a little deeper. Gotcha. You said stability is important or freedom's important. I'm curious, what's important to you about freedom? Go deeper. Choose one meta program to observe, towards, away from, in daily conversations, even with maybe your spouse, your best friends, your family. Are they more towards or away motivated? And then pick a client goal. Take a client and find one of their goals, find their top values, and ask, is this goal in alignment with these values? And if not, how can we reframe it? Okay. When you understand the client's values and mental filters, you stop pushing against resistance and you start guiding from inside, inner compass, inside their model of the world. Now, on the next lesson, we're going to go into perceptual positions. This is a powerful way to help clients see from other perspectives, resolve conflict, and gain clarity. So if you haven't subscribed, if you're watching this on YouTube, listening to this wherever, subscribe, share, like, comment, all that fun stuff. Be sure to subscribe so you get our next lesson. And again, this is Wayne Sutton, Inner Compass Coach and LifeCoachLifestyle.com. Hope this has been good for you, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. God bless.